Welcome here. So good to have you. If this is your first time being here, welcome. If you've watched all the videos on my channel, welcome here. So today we're jumping into another titanium project. We're going to be trying to take this piece, it's 2-inch round bar, grade 5 titanium, and we're going to try to be making a framing hammer slash like carpenter style hammer. I've never made one of these hammers before, and I've never tried making one out of titanium because I've never tried making one, Tim. Brilliant. Anyways, titanium is an interesting material because you just really can't work it super well. It's not like steel, so you kind of gotta give and take a little bit with it. So what we're gonna do is heat it up here, and we're gonna make it into a square bar and then start sculpting our hammer out of it. And let's get this piece heated up. So I just got it squared up here on the power hammer, just laying off my spot where I'm going to put in the center punch for the hole to start forging that in. All right, let's get that back in the forge. So this is the tool here that I'll be making the hole in. It's called a slitter. I always get this question too every time I use it. This is a ground up coal. And I'll take a pinch of that, you drop it in the hole. When this goes in, what it does is that gets compressed at the bottom and then it burns, and because it burns, it actually kind of goes pop. It'll actually pop the punch out a little bit. It's basically lubrication. So anyways, that's what that is. Okay, we're ready to go here. Let's start this thing up. Okay, got the hole in there and really happy with how that went. So now we're gonna just put it back in, get another heat on it, and then I'm gonna start opening that hole up. It's called drifting with a punch. We'll do it at the anvil. Optimistic right now that this is gonna work out. Probably way too soon to be optimistic though. Okay. Good job, Mr. Tim. I just had to get that drift through enough so that I could push it out like that. So now we'll heat it up and we'll just check it out, how it looks. Looks okay. So I was able to get this drift through. It actually went really well. It took me 3 heats. That's not too bad for what we're dealing with here. And everything looks clean and straight. So now I'm going to actually go over to the fly press. I'll introduce you to that. We'll start setting in our first grooves here. This here is the fly press. Martin here is working. We got a little jig on the back here, which he actually used for drawing axe handles. So Martin's actually just making the eye right now. I'll show you the, totally a sidetrack, I'll show you the finished. Well, actually they're not finished yet. These are coming available end of the month here. So these are the axes here, and Martin has made each one fit. This is the most critical part of the handle. Each one's got its serial number in it there, and then he corresponds that with the handle. So then once they're all fitted up, we'll take this, Martin will do it, and he'll carve that into a nice, beautiful handle and then set the wedge. Anyways, so this is the fly press here. This one comes out of the UK. It's a 6 dB. They're numbered by the weights. and it goes to 8 and then a 10. And it's a super fascinating tool on how it works. It just uses leverage here. So it's got these big threads here, really steep pitch, and then these big weights. Martin, just watch your head, okay? Don't want to bonk you with this one. It spins like that. I'm gonna land these fullers here. We'll see how this stuff reacts to the titanium. Oh, nice. So the fly press is really nice for this type of work compared to a hydraulic press because you can be so controlled, but you can still feel through the handle what's going on. Okay, so now we're gonna stick it back in the forge here, and then we're gonna go back to the power hammer. Yeehaw! Okay, that's where we're at right now. Now we're gonna start working on the front side of this thing. Okay, back into the fire here, and gonna start working around the eye now. Things are looking good. Okay, so the forging is done except for the split I have to do here to make the claw. But what I'm gonna do is just wait to do that. I'm gonna grind it all, like let it cool off and grind it. And then I'll come back to it. Right now, the proportions of it it might look okay, but it's actually quite big. And that's really, really important to be that way with titanium because of the surface. You wanna grind in there quite a bit to clean it up. Okay, here we go. We're going live. We're going live. We're doing this. Get out of the lathe, really happy on how that all went. And now what I'm gonna do is cut this off here and start working on this side of the hammer. Stinking caught myself on fire again. Ugh! Oh, good, the pocket's still there to keep it from going all the way through. Don't want to burn my long johns. Those things are expensive. Okay, so I made a bit of a mistake. And that is the challenge when you're doing something for the first time or custom work. That mistake is I shouldn't have cut that groove in the front yet, because I've decided now that I'm going to try to put the waffle pattern in the top of this hammer on the face of it. So I got to clamp it in here. So it would have been really nice not to have that for clamping stuff, but I'm going to live with it now. So we'll see how it all works out, but we're going to get this all set up. Have some fun machining this. Hopefully this will go okay. Okay, so I just got it finished up. We're gonna take it out. We'll get on to the next step here. Oh, Martin, these look awesome. Look at these. So if you don't know, we do a small batch of axes. We're trying to do it each month. So we have these coming available, and these are made from 100-year-old steel. I actually did a video on making them. I'll link it up here. Hey Martin, can you pop a sheath off for us so we can see the inside of those bad boys? Martin's just doing the finishing details on them, and I need to get these up on the website ready to go. So I use Squarespace for my website. Squarespace is actually sponsoring this video, and if you haven't heard of Squarespace, it's the all-in-one platform. So if you need a domain name, you need a website, you need a store, they have incredible templates. Super easy platform to use. Let me show you how easy they're to use. So I head over to Squarespace, go to login, I click on axes, then I go add physical item, then I put in the details. So the axe name, the price, drop the pictures in, put in my description, then I go to schedule it. So that's gonna be January 29th at 6 p.m., which is right now. Then I add the quantity, 12, hit save and publish, and then that's it, I'm done. And I can get back to making things that I like to make in the shop, and I don't have to worry about these details. So head over to squarespace.com/timd to get 10% off your first purchase and get set up with your online presence. Okay, so I just got it all set up here, and we're gonna give this a shot. Don't exactly know how this is all gonna work out, but here we go. I'm all set up here. I'm going to put my logo in here, or maker's mark, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully this goes okay. It's not one of those things you want to screw up at this point. No, you don't. Okay, we're gonna do a little Bill Nye the Science Guy. I got this all set up here to do the anodization on the hammer. So the hammer is completed. I degreased it off of camera. Got our car batteries here, our solution, multi-etch here. So we're gonna run it through. It's a fun process if you haven't seen it before. I wanted to weigh the hammer before I do this. So this is the hammer head, 10.17 ounces.
That's really hot.
Okay, so the multi-etch is maybe not quite as good as I was hoping, but we're gonna give it a shot. It's always kind of a back and forth with this, at least when I do it. I'm telling you, man, there's like nothing happening. Oh, this is why. No, oh, there we go. Now she's cooking. All right, reinforcements have arrived. Got another one. Did you see that? The whole wire went, what was?
Whoa, what happened?
I don't know, but we had serious electricity going through that thing. Oh, I touched the plate. Oh no. Whoa! Dude, that is so awesome. It's like, is that because I accidentally touched it and it directly arced through? I'm gonna pull it off and take a look at what this, yep, that's okay. That looks so cool though, doesn't it? I know, I'm wondering if I should. I think it's because I arced it and it put all the juice straight into it.
Where did you arc it?
I arced it onto the plate so it was a direct short.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
It is perfect. I got all the colors in there. That looks awesome. Look at that gradient.
Well, I can't.
That's amazing. I think this hit the plate, the steel plate, so it's a direct short. And then the power went through and that wire was acting as a fuse. And so it was heating up so hot. Okay, let's roll with that. Cool. There's one spot of contact right there that it must have arced on. And so that's a blemish. Thankfully, it's on the bottom side. So I think we're just gonna say that was all part of the plan. It was not. Okay, onto the handle. Let's do it. Here we go. So I just made this wood handle up off camera just because I'm really pushed for time. But it's nothing too fancy. Just a nice handle. So it's all wedged up, it's finished, I'm just gonna oil it. Super excited right now, but I just wanna see what the final weight of this thing is. So it's 16.66 ounces head and handle. Okay, we got our beat here, so let's go to the closing shots, show you this hammer. Well, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for coming along and watching on this adventure of building this hammer. If you're interested in one of my axes, I got the link down below on my website. Check that out. I'm going to offer this hammer up for sale on eBay. It's going to be an auction. I'm going to let it run 3 weeks from the date of this video. So if you're interested in that, take a look at the link down below. And finally, I'd really like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Get 10% off your first purchase, squarespace.com/TimD. Thank you for watching, I always appreciate it. Grab your favorite hammer, hit that like button, grab an even bigger hammer, and smash that subscriber button. We look forward to seeing you next video.